and 21. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the back, and on a cross right there, it's Sky Moore with the block out there by Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and out of bounds. Hobbs shoves him away, well shy of the first. It's a second down and 10. Jacobs, big time hit by Tranquill. Comes through, Chanel finish him off. They lose 2, and they're back outside the 22.
As he misses it from 30 yards.
The Chiefs take over on the missed field goal. It's Pacheco with room to roam. Hobbs has a beat on him. Oh, and he broke a tackle right there of Reed. And Hobbs finally wrestles him down. Runs of 10 or more yards, passes of 20 or more. They've allowed 2 big ones already. This will be taken. And it's Richie James, just activated, finding room. And then knocked out of bounds on the play by Curtis Bolton. It's Pacheco, clogged up, taken down, nudges his way by the 45. 10 sacks for him, one of the best in the business. 1st and 10. Fake to Pacheco, out to Moore, one-on-one. Broke a Peters tackle. Merrick has got him. Another good play. Now the offense is moving. 3rd down goal, Pacheco. He may have pierced it, plummeting. In, touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco puts it through. And the Chiefs are on the board.
Watch Tooney, he's going to come in motion and kick out. Pacheco's going to jump inside. And then it's just trying to dance around and push the pile once you get to the goal line. I think that initial wave, he was able to cross the goal line and then...
Who was let go about a month ago. 1st and 10, Mahomes. Smith the block and downfield. He goes, caught by Kelce. A 27-yard catch and run by Kelce puts him at the Raider 30. It's Pacheco. He gets it off to James. The flea flicker. Mahomes got him. Kelce to the 8. Oh, that was a beautiful play.
Taking the same approach here, counting on their defense, keep them out of the end zone.
To the air, Mahomes. Pacheco is open. And so is Watson. Touchdown for a 2nd consecutive game. Almost the same play they ran Monday against the Eagles.
Watch the release here. Goes to the inside. Spillane comes over and drills him, knocks him to the ground.
And then no one got on him.
Right. Credit to Watson.
Saw it. 1st down and 10. Here comes Crosby. There goes Pacheco. Blocked by Tooney. Blocked by Humphrey. Did he get it? Yes, he did. No, down to the 1.
Andy's got to throw the red flag, and he doesn't.
Pacheco will get it nonetheless. Getting in, touchdown. He probably would have had the other one, but he's got another touchdown today, and the Chiefs have their first lead of the game.
Well, and that's where, as a head coach, when you're trying to decide, okay, we're 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Do I take the challenge and maybe get it, or do I trust my guys that over the course of the next 4 plays you can get it in the end zone? Reed deciding not to throw the flag, and
Watson, Mahomes, underneath, Rice on the move, deep block by Marquez Valdes-Scantling. That is a Kansas City touchdown. 39-yard strike, catch and run. Block late in the run.
Hobbs gets distracted by Watson's motion from the left, and he follows Watson too far into the inside. So when Rice works his drag route underneath Watson from right to left, Hobbs is out of position. He can't catch up to him. And Rice uses that speed to work it down the sideline to get in the end zone.
Patrick Mahomes has just thrown it.
Unless you're able to get it 8 yards or so and try a long field goal.
They bring the house. Boy, coming through McDuffie.
O'Connell, who was slow to get up.
On the 7, 1st and 10. Mahomes caught by Rice. A twirling grab and a good one. Carter on the move. Jacobs the call. Look out. Look out. Down he goes. Tranquill and Jones come up with a play. On downs, the Chiefs will take over at the Raiders 17.
Faced with a 3rd and long.
Jacoby Myers on the move. 5 catches, 75 yards for him. 3rd down, 8. The pump fake. Here comes Karlaftis tackling his college teammate